Hitler's top generals learned about Hiroshima while locked in a British prison. Their reaction was caught on hidden microphones. What they said next shocked Allied intelligence officers completely. Some refused to believe it was even real at first. Others realized they'd been working on the wrong weapon the entire war. But one general said something that made everyone go silent. His words revealed why Germany never stood a chance. The secret recording, August 6th, 1945. A normal day at Farm Hall in England. This was not really a farm, though. It was a prison. Inside were 10 German scientists, Hitler's top nuclear experts. They thought they were just waiting out the war, but British intelligence had a secret. Every room was bugged. Hidden microphones recorded every single word they said. The scientists had no idea anyone was listening. That evening, a British officer walked in with news. He told them about Hiroshima, an entire city destroyed by one single bomb. The reaction he got, nobody expected it. And what happened next would be recorded in history forever. The microphones captured something Allied commanders needed to hear. But first, the Germans had to process what they had just been told. Some laughed, others went silent. One scientist said it had to be a lie, the disbelief. Werner Heisenberg was Germany's top physicist. He built Hitler's nuclear program. When he heard about Hiroshima, he simply did not believe it. That is impossible, he said. America does not have the technology. Other scientists agreed. They thought it was propaganda, just another lie to make Germany look bad. But then the British officer gave them details. The bomb's power, the destruction radius, the radiation effects. Heisenberg's face changed. He went quiet. He grabbed a piece of paper and started calculating. His hands moved fast. Numbers filled the page. The other scientists watched him work. Nobody spoke. Finally, Heisenberg stopped writing. He looked up. "It is real," he whispered. "They actually did it." The room exploded into chaos. But one question burned in everyone's mind. How did America beat them? Germany had started first. They had the best scientists. So, what went wrong? The blame game. The argument started immediately. Voices got loud. Otto Hahn, who discovered nuclear fission, felt sick. "I invented this," he said, "and now it has killed 100,000 people." He walked to his room. Some worried he might hurt himself. Meanwhile, the others started pointing fingers. Karl Friedrich von Weizsäcker blamed the Nazi government. "They never gave us enough money," he said. Kurt Diebner disagreed. "We had money. We had resources. We just made the wrong choices." Heisenberg defended himself. He said they focused on reactors, not bombs. "We were trying to make energy," he claimed, "not weapons." But was that really true? The recording suggests something different. Some scientists seemed almost relieved they had not succeeded. Others felt angry and embarrassed. Paul Hartek said the quiet part out loud. "We were simply behind. The Americans were better. We have to accept it." That admission hurt. But another revelation was coming, one that would change how they saw everything. The technical breakdown. Heisenberg kept calculating through the night. He needed to understand how. By morning, he had figured out America's basic design. He gathered the others and explained. 2 types were possible. Uranium or plutonium. Both would work. They must have separated uranium-235. He said that requires massive industrial facilities. The Germans had tried this. They failed. Their method was too slow, too expensive. America had built something called gaseous diffusion plants. Enormous factories, thousands of workers. "We never had anything close to that scale," Heisenberg admitted. The others nodded. They were beginning to see the truth. This was not just about physics, it was about industrial power. America had resources Germany could never match. Entire cities dedicated to building one weapon. "We were working in basements," one scientist muttered. They were working in factories the size of small towns. The contrast was brutal and embarrassing. But the biggest shock was still coming. What one general said next silenced everyone in that room. The general's revelation. The scientists were not alone at Farm Hall. 3 German generals were there too. They had been listening to everything. General Erich von Manstein finally spoke up. His voice was calm, almost cold. "Gentlemen, you are missing the point," he said. Everyone turned to look at him. "This bomb does not just end the war with Japan. It ends the war everywhere, forever." The scientists looked confused. "What did he mean?" Manstein explained. "Whoever has this weapon controls the world. There will not be traditional wars anymore. No more tank battles, no more trenches, just threats, just leverage, just fear." He paused. "Let that sink in. America now has more power than every empire in history combined." The room went completely silent. Nobody had thought about it that way before. They had been focused on the science, the technical achievement. But the generals saw the bigger picture. This weapon changed global politics forever. "Germany could never have won," he said quietly. Even if we had built the bomb first, what he said next revealed the real reason why Germany lost the race. Manstein continued, his words cut deep. "America has 130 million people. We had 70 million. They have unlimited resources, oceans protecting them from invasion. We were surrounded by enemies on every side." The scientists started to understand building an atomic bomb required more than just smart people. It needed safety, stability, and money. America had all 3. Germany had none. "We were fighting a war on multiple fronts." Heisenberg said they were safe behind the Atlantic Ocean. The truth hurt, but it was undeniable. Germany's nuclear program had maybe 100 scientists. America's Manhattan Project, over 130,000 workers. The budget difference was staggering, too. Germany spent roughly $50 million on nuclear research. America spent $2 billion, 40 times more. "We never stood a chance," one scientist whispered. Manstein nodded. The war was lost before it even started. Not because of one battle or one decision, but because of something much more fundamental, something Hitler never understood. Hitler's fatal mistake. The conversation shifted. Now they talked about Hitler himself. What had the Führer known about the bomb? Heisenberg revealed something shocking. He had met with Hitler in 1942. He tried to explain nuclear weapons. Hitler did not care. "How long will it take?" Hitler asked. "At least 3 years, Heisenberg said. Hitler waved his hand. "Too long. I need weapons, now." He wanted rockets, jets, super tanks, things he could understand, things that looked impressive. He thought nuclear physics was Jewish science, one scientist said bitterly. The Nazis had driven away their best minds. Albert Einstein, Niels Bohr, dozens of others, all Jews, all exiled or escaped. And where did they go? America. We gave them our greatest weapon. Someone said, our own brilliant scientists, and Hitler let them walk away. The irony was devastating. The very people who could have won Germany the war were the same people Hitler wanted dead. He destroyed our own chances, Heisenberg said, through stupidity, through hatred, through arrogance. The generals nodded grimly, and then came the final chilling conclusion, the final truth. As the night wore on, one truth became crystal clear. Germany never could have built the atomic bomb, not because of science, not because of intelligence, but because of Hitler himself. His racism cost Germany its best scientists. His impatience killed long-term research projects. His paranoia made international cooperation impossible. Even if we had succeeded, Manstein said, we could not have used it. By the time we would have finished, Germany would already be destroyed. The scientists sat in silence. All their work, all their brilliance, all for nothing. America had won through democracy, resources, and inclusion. Germany had lost through dictatorship, poverty, and hatred. The recordings captured one final exchange. What happens now? Someone asked. Now, Manstein replied. Now we live in America's world, and we pray they use this power wisely. The microphones clicked off. British intelligence had everything they needed. Hitler's generals and scientists had revealed the truth, not just about the bomb, but about why they lost everything. Hitler's atomic bomb reaction never came. He died before Hiroshima. But his generals' nuclear bomb response revealed everything. German generals' views on atomic bombs showed their shock at USA's nuclear bomb in World War II. Hitler and America's nuclear bomb represented two different worlds. Nazi Germany's nuclear weapon efforts failed, while reactions to Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings proved devastating. World War II nuclear bomb impact on Germany was psychological defeat. Hitler's nuclear weapons ignorance cost everything. German scientists facing America's atomic bomb finally understood they had lost before they started.